Okay, so we're back. The intermediate, we're honing my gold dollar razor that was starting from scratch that I thinned, honed down. So we did the 400 diamond, we did the conversion stone with the 400 Nubatama to the 1000 Nubatama. Now we're going to go to the Shapton. And I flat my stone every time I use it because of that. See that? See how the sides are worn, center? It's like a divot in there. You want to make sure that all your pencil mark is gone. Very good. Set. Rinse it. Boy, these are such fast stones. You see how that grays out right away? Now I know this is probably going to get a little bit monotonous here because I pretty much do the same thing on every stone. Do a set of circles back and forth. Start. See how nice and gray that is? Do a set of circles one way. The other way, and then I just do some X's. Remember, all we're doing at this point is we're removing the scratch pattern from the 1000 and we're converting it or making it a 2000. And the next step at 5000, obviously just going to do the same thing there. Nice. You want to go by the feel. How does it feel? Feels nice and even all the way across. You want to see you want to see a nice squeegee there. See that? Under running water, sometimes I'll just let that water run and let it wash the old stuff out. And the way that I do this at a two stage with a slurry and then without, you don't need to do that. I probably get that from, you know, the natural stones, cauticles, and Japanese stones. But you don't need to do that. But I do. It's just kind of nice. And also what I do is I'm starting out on the stone when I'm doing the circles and the X with the slurry, my pressure's a little bit more than it is now. Now I'm just very light and I finish off and it just glides right across. You can see there's no resistance here. This thing is perfect. Okay, so that's it for the 2000. Next, 5000. This one was a little better than the 2, but you can still see there's hollowed out section in the middle. You want to make sure you get all those pencil marks off. And by the way, this lapping stone is a very well-worn 400 Atoma. It's one that I pretty much wore out, but it makes a great lapping stone, so I have it just for lapping. It works really well on the natural stones too. Alright, so we're at 5000 Shapton here. A little bit of back and forth. You can see already it's graying out. Kind of change it up by lead, toe, heel. Circles. See, as you take it back, you can see you get a little slurry each time you go backwards. Circles. Oh, I didn't mention the 2000, how it looks under the scope. A little further refined on 2000 than it was 1000, and I'll show you the 5000 here in a second. Yes, some X's. on there. Resistance, virtually none. Okay, so now with the way that this looks, it looks and feels great. If you look at it under the scope, you can see it's really coming along nicely, nice and refined. But what I do here is I'm going to, this 5,000 stone is going to be my last stone. I've decided to finish this razor on a Japanese natural stone, so I'm going to stop at 5,000. I could go to 8,000, but I kind of like to stop at 5,000 with that stone and allow the Japanese stone to really, you know, embed itself into the edge at, you know, from a 5,000. Some guys do it from a 1,000, but you don't need to work the stone that much. Anyway, I'm going to do it from 5, but you can see the scratch pattern at 5,000 on a leading pass. What I like to do just before I finish is do what we call trailing passes. You just kind of reverse it. And what that does is it cleans up the edge. Murray Carter style. I don't do too many. Maybe 15 of these. And like I said, it just really cleans that edge nicely. Very nice, that's it. So now, if you look at that edge, the trailing edge, and you compare it next to the leading edge, first off you can see that the scratch pattern goes the other direction, obviously because I'm pulling it the other direction, but if you look at the edge of the edge, you can see how it just kind of cleans it up a little bit. I would like to think that that makes for a better edge in the finished product. I can't honestly say that, you know, I would be able to tell the difference, but for me, you know, the way it looks to my eye, that looks better, so, you know, it better prepares it for the final stone. So that's where we're going to go next. We're going to go to the final stone, and I'm going to see if I can take this all the way to the end to not only finishing it on the final stone, but also stropping it, hanging hair test, and hopefully even shaving with the razor, so you can see how, you know, what your razors go through when you send them to me, and all the steps that it takes. So there we are, 5,000. Looks pretty nice. So, all right, hang in there. Part 3 coming up.